Welcome to the lecture Experience Design. In this lecture, you will get an overview about important aspects that need to be considered when designing for experiences. We will look into what is an experience, why is experience design relevant, how has experience design developed, and last but not least, how to design for experiences. So let's start with lesson 1. What is an experience? When we try to define the term experience, we quickly understand that we constantly have experiences of some sort, yet we do not consciously notice them. One could say that when we are experiencing, we apprehend objects, thoughts, emotions through our senses and through our mind. But there are many different kinds of experiences. Let's have a look at this wonderful example from nature. This is definitely an aesthetic experience. And if I touch it, I get a tactile or physical experience. And when I smell it, or even if I would eat it, I get a sensuous experience. But there are many more experiences around. For example, social experiences. Hello, how are you? And if you take this social experience to the digital world, you get a virtual experience. Like you would have, for example, when you immerse deeply into a computer game. Additionally, one needs to know that experiences can consist of many combined experiences. When analyzing experiences, one can also identify some dimensions in experiences. For example, let's look at this wonderful example with the spider. I guess many of you would agree that having a huge spider crawling up your arm is quite an intense and significant experience. And also the duration of this experience is significant. So the dimensions of this experience would be the intensity of an experience, the duration of an experience, the significance and the meaning of an experience. Furthermore, there's the quality of an experience. There are several factors that have influence on the perceived quality of an experience that determine whether we consciously notice it or even remember it. I would like to highlight 3 different approaches to better understand experiences. So for example, having an experience versus experiencing. John Dewey stated in his book Art as Experience that an experience has in fact a beginning and an end. Experiences occur continuously because living means interacting with our environment. Yet most of those little experiences do not necessarily add up to an experience because we are permanently distracted by thoughts, memories and other moments of experiencing. Let's have a look at an example. Boiling water. This is just one of those moment-by-moment experiences we experience every day and we do not notice consciously anymore. So what is necessary to create an experience? We seem to interpret an experience as an experience when it has a beginning and an end, when there are powerful emotions involved, and if there's some sort of fulfillment provided or if it has some impact on our future behavior. Only then an experience will be memorized. Think about making a cupcake. This is an event you might remember because it's much more complex, it takes much more effort and time, and the result might be so great that you are really happy about it. So compared to boiling a kettle of water, this experience happens on a much more conscious level. It has a clear beginning and an end, and it has a higher emotional fulfillment level involved. So let's take a look at another factor that adds to the perceived quality of an experience. Experience as a story. According to Mark Hassenzahl, we experience in stories. An experience does not only consist of sights, sounds, feelings, thoughts and actions, for example, but is also based on the dialogue of a person with the world and the communication with others. So Mark Hassenzahl believes that products need to provide an environment that allow the creation of individual and inspiring stories around the use of a product. Just think about altering the recipe of the cupcake and coming up with your own creation. and maybe even telling your friends about it, or maybe even posting images to your social media channels. And this brings us to another factor that adds to the perceived quality of an experience. This would be the co-experience. Experience is also based on the notion of humans being social as part of an evolutionary process. There seems to be evidence that part of our brain, in fact the neocortex, is particularly active when we are interacting with others. So it seems we are quite busy with understanding and interpreting feelings and intentions when we are interacting with people. The reason for this evolution is not entirely understood, yet developing those strong bonds and those complex social interactions could be seen as part of our survival strategy. Evolution has not only created tools to successfully engage in social interaction, but has also provided an experience of reward when doing so. So the success of social media can be seen as proof that we humans continually strive for exchanging or sharing our experience with others. By sharing an experience, each individual shares attention and collectively builds meaning through this social interaction. So let's go back to our example, the cupcake experience. It will get another dimension if we prepare the cake together with friends and family. And this makes the event more intense and memorable. Let's sum up. In this lesson 1 of the Experience Design lecture, we have learned what experiencing actually means, and that an experience has a beginning and an end, and that it can consist of many combined experiences. We have also looked at factors that influence the perceived quality of an experience, factors that make an experience significant and relevant to us, and it helps us to remember it. In the following lesson 2, you will learn more about an economical evolution, which has made experience design increasingly relevant. So thank you very much for your attention. See you in lesson 2 when we talk about why is experience design relevant.